Hello, ladies, gents, and mysterious cat-like fey creatures. And welcome to another stream by me, the Green Nickel. I hope you all are doing well. And I hope you all will enjoy my stream as we continue with our Kerbal Space Program Unbound Conquest series. So let's go ahead and dive into this, shall we? Now, last we left off, we had done a few more moon flybys of both moons of well, not both moons of Kerbin actually. Well, we did one of the moon, and now we're trying to get to Minmus. Now, I'm aware that I haven't been the most skilled flight engineer as of late, so I've been very frequently reverting and quick loading my missions. So I want to try and avoid that this time around, and plan ahead a little better. And if some things go wrong, I'll just live with the consequences. Well, if a lot of things go wrong, I still might revert or quick load. But I will try to mitigate the degree to which I do that. So, let's get started, shall we? We're in the tracking station now, and our Selene 3 rocket is the one that is trying to get to Minmus. So, let's go ahead and fly that big boy. Alright. Now, Minmus, here we come. So we're gonna plan a little maneuver, just to make sure that we actually have an appropriate encounter with... Oh my. Well, that's what a gravity assist will do. But we're not looking for a gravity assist with the mun, so let's keep burning up. But wow. I'm actually a little impressed. Okay. And... perfect. We'll go ahead and edit that periapsis a little, and that should be good. We got 3 ignitions, so let's make the most of them. Just warp to the maneuver. And turn to prograde. You can see the man right over there. Which means Minmus should be just over the horizon, right? Wait, not just over the horizon. Should be somewhere in this area. No? Alright, well, I tried. Let's count down to our burn. So we're starting at T-minus 12 seconds. So, starting burn in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. There we go. We are on our way to... oh. Go ahead and turn down the thrust limiter a lot, so that we can control that a little better. Oh, no, 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 no. We can't have that. Perfect. I think a periapsis of 13 kilometers should do the trick. Don't you agree? Now, it seems we are out of ignitions. So, once we're closer, we should probably go ahead and deal with that. Let's go ahead and set off all of our science instruments. Okay. We will begin our journey towards Minmus. And there it is. The little blue ball of ice. Now let's go ahead and put Nickel Kerman on EVA so that she can go out and fix the engine. Don't want to be stranded in the middle of nowhere. Well, not in the middle of nowhere, in orbit around Kerbin, but very bad place to be stranded nonetheless, especially with a limited supply of food. There we go. All good as new. Perfect. Now. Oh no! I forgot to do an EVA report. Oh well. We'll do it later, okay? Now, am I sufficiently audible? Just to double check. Let's see, what's the longest experiment on here? 19 minutes? Yep, material study seems to be the longest. So we'll go ahead and time warp until that one is done. Oh. Oh dear. Shouldn't I have a decent supply of... Oh no. No, that makes it worse. We'll go ahead and recharge our batteries. Okay. So what we've learned is that these solar panels are enough for basic ship functions, but if we're running every single experiment, then it's a bit depleting on the battery. Oh, right. Time warp. Perfect. Now then. Let us continue our descent towards Minmus. Actually, we'll do an EVA report first. Shouldn't take too long. Milestone. We've initiated the first flyby of Minmus, first scientific data from Minmus. And our contract is complete. Start exploring Minmus. Lovely. Reboarding the Selene 2 and 3. Alright. Slowly making our way into low space around Minmus. Suppose we should keep track of the data. Let's see. Because we only have a limited amount of time that we can be in space low around Minmus. Which means the instant that we enter low space, we have to take advantage and go and take a very quick EVA report. I don't know when low space starts. I think it's at 30 kilometers. I could be wrong though. I was right. Alright. Come on, Nickel Kerman. Time for another EVA. And look at that. Isn't the view beautiful? Yeah, I bet you're glad you decided to be a scientist, so that you could do things like this. So we'll go ahead and stay on EVA until that report is complete. All right. We don't have enough science. Enough space. Well, I suppose that means further encounters with Minmus are in order. Not that that's a bad thing. Honestly, it's probably not the most popular opinion, but Minmus kind of is my favorite moon of Kerbin, of the two. Well, maybe it's a popular opinion. I don't know. I don't really keep track of who likes what. Just... Okay, physics warp is being a bit finicky, as it tends to be. So I'm just going to let it be. have 6 minutes left. It's fine. We'll just reboard the ship. And we'll just wait for this to be finished. Ah. Didn't get all of it, I see. What? Guess it's time to grab it. The lights. There we go. What? That was weird. Much better. Okay. Do we have enough food, water, oxygen? Yes, we do. And now it is time to return to Kerbin. Bye, Minmus. Wherever you went. Ah, there it is. No, that's not it. That's Jewel. What am I saying? Alright. And now, let us begin our retrograde burn. Not quite that much. Perfect. Beginning our descent. Now. Nice. Let's descend a little more. Oh, we're picking up speed. And beginning our final descent. And it will soon be time to decouple from our mainsail stage, I guess you can call it. Well, that's a bit of a weird name, I suppose. Put a Kerbal in orbit for 30... Oh! Oh, I forgot about that guy. Alright, let's take a look at Jebediah, shall we? Make sure he has enough... Oh. Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, he's fine. Got plenty of supplies right here. Yep. Jebediah's good. We'll just land this one, and then we'll land Jeb. We are descending rapidly. I'd say it's about time that we decouple our last stage. Bye, rocket stage. You served us well. But now we are beginning our final descent into the atmosphere. We're at 80 kilometers, 79, 78, 77, 76, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71, 70, and we are in the atmosphere. Well, there goes the upper stage. Burning up real nice. And it looks like our solar panels are next. Oh, or maybe not. And we are cooling down. Our parachute will be deployed shortly. And it looks like we're on track to land safely on some flat ground. Speaking of which, I went ahead and installed the trajectories mod. So that should help us predict atmospheric trajectories. But let's take a look at that, shall we? So this is what our trajectory looks like relative to Kerbin. And taking atmospheric predictions into account. And there goes our parachute. And one of the great things about the trajectories mod is we'll be able to land next to the KSC more frequently. And the reason that's a good thing is because the closer you land to the KSC, I believe the more value you can get out of the parts that you recover. So, for example, one of the later contracts in this series that I'll be taking is the Space Camp contract. That is where you take anywhere from 12 to 16 tourists and put them in orbit for 40 days around Kerbin. And once... And when I do the final descent, well, when I do the deorbit burn for that contract, I definitely want to land them much closer to the KSC. I know it doesn't technically matter in the long run, but story-wise, or lore-wise, or whatever you want to call it, you know, the students are going to like to land close to where they're supposed to get dropped off. But yeah, the Space Camp contract is basically you take 12 to 16 tourists into orbit for 40 days, and then once you bring them back down, 3 of them will become new astronauts for free, which is great because you actually earn money from doing the contract, and it actually costs money to hire new astronauts normally. But with the Tourism Plus contract pack, you get the Space Camp as one of your contracts, which makes for an exploit that doesn't really exist in vanilla Kerbal Space Program. But I think we've waited long enough for this descent. Let's go ahead and warp down. Oh. Surface altitude. There we go. We are actually almost to the ground. Nicely done. Recover vessel. And I would say that that was a mission well done. Wouldn't you agree? Okay. Recovery of a vessel that returned from a flyby of Minmus, 15 science. Lots of money from recovered parts. We're currently at 476,145 funds. Valentina and Nickel both leveled, well, not leveled up, but gained some XP from that flyby. And gotten plenty of science from Selene 1 as well. But before we unlock any new science... Oh. Hi, Rock Paper Fox. I did not see when you said that, but it's going alright. I just returned from a flyby of Minmus, and now we're landing the Hestia 1 craft, which was part of the contract of putting a Kerbal in orbit for 30 days. So we're going ahead and landing Jebediah Kermit. And we're actually going to try landing near the KSC. Which is over here. We'll go ahead and warp around. And... oh yeah. That white ring you're seeing, well, that white incomplete ring, that is implemented by the Trajectories mod as well. So we'll go ahead and warp around. Alright. Now we'll go ahead and commence our deorbit burn. And now you'll get to see the Trajectories mod in action. It can also be very useful for creating geostationary orbits. Because you can set it, like I have here, to indicate your trajectory relative to the surface. And so when it shows you moving in a tiny little circle high in space above the planet, that means that you are in a synchronous orbit, which is where you well, it's where you're orbiting at the same speed that your host body is rotating. Which means that in your orbit you always stay in the same location above the surface of the body. But anyway, we are beginning our descent. Go ahead and burn a little extra. And separate that stage. Point retrograde. And beginning our descent now. Perfect. 80 kilometers. 79, 78, 77, 76, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71, and we are in the atmosphere. And hopefully, we should be landing. Oh, I see what I did. Okay, so we'll actually be landing closer to the island than the actual KSC. But that's okay. You saw the trajectories mod option, and you can see that it's going nicely. Passing through the cloud layer. It seems I forgot to adjust the parachute when I was assembling this craft. Oh well, it's fine. We are now descending towards the ocean of Kerbin. Nicely done. And as you can see, the KSC is right over there, and the island airstrip, which I know not everyone knows too much about, but it's just a little airstrip on an island, little ways to the east of the KSC. It's not really too important of a location, but it's there. Okay. And now... Wait, have we not splashed into the ocean before? Ah, that's very interesting, but anyway, let's go ahead and research some new parts, shall we? So what do we need? Let's see, we could use some of these. Some of these. Oh. We'll go ahead and... Ah, advanced flight control. And aerodynamics. That could be useful. What do you think? Or what do I think? If I'm being honest. Go ahead and get that. That. Let's see. How much money do we need? Oh, no, that would not leave us with enough money. So we'll go ahead and leave that be for now. Let's see, heavy rocketry. That could be useful. But we really need landing for the time being. So I think we'll focus on that. Do we get any bigger wheels out of this? I don't see any bigger wheels. Ooh, a boat engine. That could be useful. Since, you know, some worlds in the system do have oceans. Particularly Eve. You know, I've never landed on Eve before. I've only ever gotten to, I've only gotten to the Mun, Minmus, and Duna before. In terms of landing, that is. In terms of just flybys, I've gotten every single body in the Kerbal system, actually. Ooh, hover engines. That could be fun. Oh, I am excited for that. But anyway, advanced construction, what goodies do you have for me here? Got some fairings, those could be useful. Landing. We need landing. I think we've established that. And heavy rocketry, propulsion systems, all of that could be useful. Oh, you know what? I should be sending probes. I should be sending probes to places. Which means this will be useful. And I guess we can get advanced flight control later. Because that's another important one. We need monopropellant for our RCS thrusters. We should upgrade our mission control, actually. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Plant a flag on Minmus. But of course, orbit Minmus. Yes. Start exploring Kespelon Carolani. I think that might not be the greatest idea. Oh, actually, I could send a probe. But no, I don't want to open a whole can of exploration contracts just for that. That would not be fun. Clever sat. We can put nuke satellites in orbit of Kerbin. Let's see. Apoapsis. Variaps. That looks like a good one. Sorry, the mic. Let's see. 3,000 to 6,200 kilometers. Oh boy. These all look fun. How is that the trivial? Okay. You see this? This is the No, wait, sorry, wrong thing. The inclination. Look at this inclination. Meaning the orbit is almost completely flipped over. We're going for a retrograde orbit here. And this contract is worth less than these two. I find that a little strange. Well, maybe this one, but still. It's... No. No, because these are inclinations of 36 and 37 degrees. No, around 37 degrees, sorry. And this... I mean, come on. Really? That just doesn't make sense. Oh. they're all still worth a fair bit, I suppose. So we'll go ahead and take all of those. All right. Four tourists. I don't think I have a vessel that can take 4 tourists up yet. And it'll take a while to design one like that. Now this is actually going to generate a satellite in orbit around Kerbin. No, I think we're good on contracts now. Oh. I did not mean to fully upgrade my mission control. Whoops. Active combos. Well, anyway. Let us start designing some of the good stuff. Oh, hi JT Woo. How are you doing today? All right. Go ahead and make a basic satellite. And we don't have bearings yet, it seems. So we'll just have to rely on... Oh. Do we have a tiny nose cone? We do not have a tiny nose cone. That could pose some difficulties. Let's see what else we have. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Oh, I'm a genius! This probe is not very aerodynamically designed. So what do? I put a more aerodynamically designed probe on top of it. I'm a genius! What could possibly be the matter with this? Well... Okay, I will explain myself. So, what I have here is a Probodobodyne OKTO. The Probodobodyne OKTO is a slightly more advanced probe than the Probodobodyne Staputnik. The Probodobodyne Staputnik is the most basic of probes you can get. It doesn't even have stability assist control, so needless to say, it's not very useful. Whereas the Probodobodyne OKTO does have some basic stability assist capabilities and will allow me better control of the craft. But the Probodobodyne OKTO is a little less aerodynamic, so because I don't have a tiny nose cone yet, well, I suppose I have this, actually no, I'll actually use this. A small circular intake. Despite... because it'll generate less drag. even though there's nowhere for the intake air to go out. Because Kerbal Space Program is a balanced, realistic game. Electric charge, 2 hours, 15 minutes. That's probably enough. It's not that much extra. Okay. And then... oh no. Oh no, that's not good. Oh. We don't have a tiny decoupler. What could possibly go wrong, am I right? We'll just have that big-ass decoupler right there. Oh. No, that won't work. Not as long as I... I'm sure it'll be fine. Right? Who needs aerodynamics? No, that's an inventory thing. That won't do me any good. Yeah, we'll just... do that. All the solar panels. And go ahead and get some communication antennae. Perfect. We'll turn this thrust limiter way down. We're going to have a very low thrust-weight ratio, but that's okay. It's all to make sure that this thing doesn't shake to pieces. And in addition, we'll go ahead and put on some tail fins. Perfect. And we'll add some batteries as well. Alright. Now then, JT Woo, are you still online? No, you're not. That is unfortunate, because I was thinking you might want to name this craft. Oh well, I can come up with my own name for it, I suppose. Traveler 1. Lovely. Now let's try to launch this guy, shall we? So, anybody want to count down to liftoff? In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. I may have miscalculated. One moment. I'm just going to turn you back up. Hide you. Perfect. Oh, not perfect. Perfect. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And we are going to lift off again. Because I get everything done on the first try. Let us lift off. Much better. Going to maneuver mode, and we are slowly rising. beginning our proper gravity turn now. Alright, our apoapsis is at a decent height. I know that was a steep burn, not exactly the most efficient of orbits, but what can you do when you have this poor of an aerodynamic design? Indeed. Well then, approaching space. We're at 68, 69, 70, and we are in space. Now let's see. What circularization burn looks like. Burn time of 51 seconds, which means we should start at 25 to apoaps. It's going to be very difficult without our prograde vector control, but not impossible. Oh, there we go. Speaking of the devil. Oh, whoops. Okay. Now, let's try and get our target orbit. Let's see, we're looking at right here. No, that's our anti-normal. We need to go for normal. Okay. I see. We didn't have enough fuel. Well, I suppose we can leave that there. We have enough money to... Yeah. Yeah, we have enough money to... try this again. So let's go ahead and try it again. Whoops. And this time we'll load it with more Delta V. Okay. More fuel, more Delta V. We can do this. We can do this. Alright. You know what, JT Woo? You can come up with a name for this craft if you're still on this chat, because I know you've been wanting to name one of these rockets. So now's your chance, if you're still on here. How can I add... Wait, when did it get like that? It was over 5,000 before. I swear. You know what? Strap on a couple of baguettes. Perfect. What could possibly go wrong? We'll go ahead and have to up the thrust weight ratio again. That's fine. What else? We'll go ahead and add some hammers too. Can't have enough. Can never have enough hammers. No response from JT Woo. Well, now comes the launch of Traveler 2. And the Kraken strikes once more. it matters too much. Now, this time, we will try to launch at an angle. So let us begin, shall we? Let's see. We have 37 degrees. That is probably a launch angle of 40, 45-ish. It'll be close. So let's go. Boop. Good thing I set this stage to activate as soon as the last one separated. Otherwise I would have lost my booster, most likely. Okay. Almost above the atmosphere. We're trying to burn for a 100-kilometer orbit. Perfect. Extending the antennae. $64, $65, $66, $67, $68, $69, and we're in space. We'll go ahead and start our circularization burn at 10 seconds to apoapsis. Which means 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. It's a little irregular, but it'll do. Alright. Now let's go ahead and fix our inclination. Well, didn't change as much as I'd hoped, but better than nothing. We'll go for our descent node. I mean our anti-normal vector. Sending node 0. Go ahead and now we are going to do a prograde burn to get our apoapsis up to there. But we barely have any fuel left in this stage, so it'll soon be time to ditch it. Let's see. 3,000 kilometers. We can do that. Ooh, that's a pretty view. I'm taking a screenshot of that. Okay. Close enough. All right. I don't remember which one this is. Let's see. Contract complete. 1 down, 2 to go. And look at that lovely view of Kerbin. I think... this warrants another picture. And a quick save. And Space Center. Alright. Next up. Another guy. Oh no. Do I have enough fuel for this one? Hmm. You know what? It'll be fine. Because I'll just add more boosters. That's the Kerbal thing to do. More boosters. It's it's actually a very popular phrase in the KSP community. For those of you who are new to that community. For those who aren't, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Okay. And launch. What could possibly go wrong? Just keep adding more and more boosters in this aerodynamically unstable craft that is already being relentlessly attacked by the Kraken. Yeah, it'll all be fine. I'm sure of it. Okay. Go ahead and warp so that Kerbin is turned. Oh wait. No, we're going for this orbit. Not this one, this one. So sorry for that mistake. Okay. Let's see, 37 degrees. And we already showed that a 40-degree angle of launch was appropriate for that. So... boop! Goodness gracious. My oh my, these boosters are powerful. Uh-oh. We'll just have to tilt upward a little bit. Not too much, or we'll spin out of control. There we go. I did not mean to do that. Oh, we lost our air intake. But that's fine, we didn't need it. We're at 60 kilometers. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. And we are in space. Let's go ahead and plan out our circularization burn. Okay. Burn time 10 seconds, so we should circularize at 5 seconds to apoapsis. I swear, maneuver nodes are way more useful than how I'm using them. I'm just one of those people, I suppose. And almost there. Burning to circularize in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And our Some note is 7 degrees. That's actually really good. Go ahead and orient our probe toward anti-normal. And it's actually pretty close to our apoapsis. Ah, Stefano has joined the chat. Hello. How was your day today? I think this is the first time I have all 3 players from my D&D campaign in the chat at once. And that is exciting. Because honestly, you all are very good friends of me. Yeah. You're doing good? Good, so am I. And I hope that everyone else is as well. Those who are watching it live, as well as those who may be watching the VOD. I hope you all have been having a lovely day and are enjoying watching my stream. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's you. That username is pretty recognizable for you, if I'm being honest. Alright. But yeah, we're just launching a satellite per the specifications of a contract to have it in this orbit right here. So we're currently just working on getting a satellite up there. Oh, it's above the orbit of the Mun. I didn't even recognize that. Notice that. Not recognize. Well, let us warp over here. And no, not retrograde. Prograde. We're going to prograde. I know what I'm doing. I promise I know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. I think I may have made a slight miscalculation. Ah. Contract complete. That's 2 down, 1 to go. Okay. Oh, that's a lovely view. Go ahead and separate that stage. Because honestly, it's a bit of an eyesore. Perfect. I'll go ahead and take another screenshot. Perfect. Another quick save. And back to the Space Center. Alright. As tempting as it is, we should go ahead and finish the ones we have. Let's see. Traveler 3. Go ahead and launch you again. Alright. Let's see where we are. Oh, that is perfect. That's impressively perfect. Okay, so 156 degrees. 180 minus 156, that would be... 24 degrees. So we're going to go 24 degrees this way, which means we probably need to... Burn a little below 24. Ah! Sorry, my headphones hit the mic again. I really need to stop doing that. Alright. Lifting off in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can do this. I can launch a stable craft. I know how to do that sort of thing. Okay. And separating stage. Now. I'm getting the sneaking suspicion that wasn't such a good idea. Let's see if this one has enough Delta V. Oh no. Well, I lost one of my stages. So, that's the sort of thing that happens in this series. In case you're enjoying this somehow. Okay. Oh no. Our orbit is way off. And much better. Yeah, if you couldn't tell already, a retrograde orbit is much difficult to launch into than a prograde orbit. Basically, I'm launching against the rotation of Kerbin, which makes for some complications, because typically you have a tiny bit of momentum from the rotation of Kerbin, but that momentum is more of a curse than a boon if you're trying to orbit to the west. But we're in space now. So let's not worry about things like that. And hope that we have enough fuel. Okay. Oh boy. Well, we had enough fuel to get into orbit, that's for sure. We'll go ahead and descending. Which means we need to point to our normal vector. Right here. And warp over here. Alright. Inclination resolved. Now looking at I did not mean to do that. Ignore that. I'm not used to retrograde orbits. And I accidentally hit the warp faster key instead of the warp slower. When I realized my mistake. Oh. Alright, have fun with that, Stefano. And I will be happy to have you back whenever you arrive. Oh, no. Not. Going for prograde. No. Emergency retrograde. Perfect. And... nope. Oh, I forgot to deploy the... Oops. Okay, our signal is much better now. Contract complete. We have now launched 3 new satellites. And as a result, we have made plenty of funds. Let's see. Quick saving. Space Center. Well, I'd say that was a mission well done. We lost a booster, and still had enough fuel to get to the specified orbit. See, I know how to do things, especially when I don't revert my flights or quick load. That's actually, sort of good for me. No, we still don't have enough science for that. Any other contracts? Cleversat. Investigate a malfunctioning satellite. Oh no. No, I'm afraid I can't do that. See, we don't need to return from orbit, so... I guess... these traveler satellites should be fine. So, what we're gonna do now is we are going to... we're going to launch a few more of these satellites, this time to go to Minmus and the Mun, in order to satisfy the orbit contracts. So let us begin, shall we? Let's see. What's our inclination relative to Minmus? We won't worry about inclination on the launch. We'll worry about that after we get into orbit. Okay. We'll wait a little bit, just so we're above the thicker parts of the atmosphere. And... boom. I don't know how to respond to that. I don't think we're gonna make it. Not with this stinky little thing. Let's go ahead and do a telemetry report. Yeah, that didn't really go as planned. So what do you say? Should I revert this one? Because that exploded engine was a little bit out of the blue. Because otherwise the launch was actually going really well. Because as you can see here, we're going to crash. And this did cost us a lot of money. We were well over 400 before this. I'll revert to launch, okay? I know I shouldn't, but there's only so much I can do, alright? So, let us try this again. Hopefully, this time without engines exploding. Sensing gravity turn. Lovely. Engine separated successfully, which means the only way that the engine will explode is if it spontaneously fails. Which does sometimes happen with Kerbalism, unfortunately. But sometimes you like the realism that is the possibility of failure. Which is why I should stop reverting and quick loading, because it kind of defeats the purpose. In other words, I just need to get better at my job. Besides, if I keep resetting all of my progress, that's not exactly going to make a fun experience for anyone watching, is it? So, I will work on avoiding that. Oh, how convenient. We can do a normal burn before our circularization. Yeah. We can do a normal burn before our circularization burn. Because look at this. It happens before our apoapsis. All right. We are almost to our apoapsis. We'll go ahead and warp a little. Our inclination is matched up with that of Minmus. And we are circularizing. Perfect. I believe it's there, right? It is. Oh, oops. Go ahead and place our maneuver node. Orient to our maneuver node. And warp to maneuver. And our burn time is 25 seconds, so that means we will burn at T minus 12 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Oops. We'll try and fix that. It's fine. go ahead and manipulate our periapsis ever so slightly. Turn down our thrust limiter. We're out of ignition, so hopefully the engine starts. Nope, engine malfunctioned. That's okay. We have fuel. Oh. Nope, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. It's fine. We can adjust it later. And while that is happening, we will go ahead and go to the Space Center and launch another probe, and this one will be going to the Mun. Well, I think it's clear the theme of this episode. Satellites, satellites, and more satellites. All of the satellites. We're just launching every satellite possible. Let's see. Launch vessel. Let's go to the Mun. Right. And boop. Who needs a countdown? Nope, too shallow, too shallow. We'll go here. Get sufficiently above the atmosphere so that we don't lose a booster, even though apparently we don't need it. And boom. See, it's that collision that'll lose us boosters and engines if we're not careful. 60 kilometers, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. We are in space. I love doing that countdown. Doing our orbit burn now. Not now. Ignore what I say. Or don't, because I like it when you pay attention to me. I love attention. And loving attention is what makes for a good streamer, isn't it? Because when you love attention, you tend to do things that get you attention. Like streaming online. And yes, I am being very shameless in saying that. Looks like... Oh. Looks like we're already in a good spot to go ahead and intercept the moon. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh. That's not a very good intercept, is it? Oh. Whoops. Okay. we would be burning retrograde shortly. You know what? No. I want this orbit to at least be at a useful height. And since this is a relay satellite, a useful height would be a little higher. I still want to go low enough for a low orbit telemetry report, but I think 28 kilometers will do nicely. Oh. Well, never mind. I guess I don't have to worry about that. Awesome. We've entered orbit around the Mun, completing one of our contracts. And you know what? Let's go ahead and ditch this stage. And we'll hop on over to actually, let's take a screenshot, shall we? Perfect. Now, switch back over to our Minmus satellite, which is already halfway there. Go ahead and warp here. Ah, what a lovely view. We will, of course, be taking a screenshot of this one as well. And no, not quite that low. I think 20 kilometers is a good height for this orbit. Don't you? Don't you, chat? Warping around to periapsis. And we are collecting lots of lovely, delicious science while we're at it. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't account for this. You see, I forgot something very important. We are now on the dark side of Minmus. And I don't mean the nighttime side, I mean the dark side. Which means Minmus itself is blocking any radio signals we attempt to send. So, in order to avoid the hassle of having to deal with that, I think I'll leave it in this orbit even if it's a little eccentric. So let's go ahead and warp around to the daylight side so we can take another lovely screenshot. And we do have our signal back, yes, but it's fine. We are in a reasonable orbit around Minmus. Let's go a little further. Screenshot taken. Quick saving. And back to Space Center. I would say that was a mission well planned. So let's go ahead and look at what other... Ooh. I think that's good for a Traveler 2 satellite. This is also a good Traveler 1, Traveler 2 mission. And this... that would be a Traveler 3 type of job. Offer expires day 100 and... okay. So it'll be a while before we get that refreshed. Yeah, it's good to see him. We don't quite have enough science. Or to unlock anything else. Let's go ahead and unlock the landing contracts. We'll land on the Mun and Minmus. Oh, and you know what? It looks like we can finally afford to upgrade. We can finally afford to upgrade R&D. Well, so we'll go ahead and do that. Let's see. Is there anything we can do in 12 minutes? Well, 11 minutes now, because it is 7:49 and we end our stream at 8 o'clock. Let's see, who's live right now? Ooh, Shovel! I like Shovel. We could raid Shovel today. I've gotten a wee bit tired of not raiding anyone on my Thursday streams, so I think we'll probably raid Shovel today. In the meantime, though, our stream's not over yet, so what can we do? We can't really unlock anything because the cheapest stuff we can research is 90 science and we only have 81. So I guess we could send some. Ooh. Wait a minute. I know what we can do. No. We can't do that. That would be silly. We could start designing a lander. A Selene lander. Just to see how far we can get with that design. Yes, I think we'll do that. Go ahead and add a parachute. And so this is the hatch. Do we have a ladder? We do. Okay. Oh, it's fine. Who needs a ladder? Make that white. No. You know what, it's fine. So, for the rest of this stream, we will be designing a rocket for a moon landing. However, I'm afraid we don't have enough time left on our stream to do anything else with that. Wait. Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. We cannot have that. Why do stages always do that? This is why you always need to double check your stages. You simply cannot trust them. Anyway. Oh no. Oh no, we don't have engines for that size. Okay, forget that element of the design. Alright. Oh, forgot to adjust some things. So we'll need to do that and that. Capacity for 8 slots. Maximum data capacity as well. Put those on the sides. And we'll go ahead and have a few of these. No, just the 2. Electrics. Oh no. Much better. And do the same thing with the batteries. Do we have any lights? We do. Go ahead and put on some landing lights. And let's continue with the design of the stages. Alright. Sadly, this one does not have a gimbal. That's okay. You don't need a gimbal. Right. And it is at this point that we are going to try our hand at asparagus staging. So asparagus staging is a method of staging. I'm not entirely certain whether it's done in real life, but basically you'll have stages strapped onto the sides of a main stage, and the engines on all of the stages will go off at once, and then what will happen is some of the stages on the side will consistently feed fuel into other stages on the side, and then to other stages on the side, and then those stages will separate, and then the first pair of stages will separate, and the fuel on the next pair of stages won't be depleted at all. So then that will slowly run out while feeding fuel into the other stages. And eventually you get to the main stage, which also has fuel being fed into it. And then once all of the side stages are separated, the main stage is finally using up its own fuel. So basically, you activate all of the engines and then separate the tanks one by one alongside their attached engines, so the thrust goes down, but you end up with much better fuel efficiency. So I'm going to go ahead and put some swivels on here. Do we have... Oh no! I forgot one crucial part of this staging method. That crucial part that I forgot is that we need a fuel line, and we haven't unlocked that yet. So we're just going to have to let it wait. So So we'll see how we're doing on Delta V at the very least. We'll go ahead and... Wait, what happened to the fins? Oh! I see, I see. Much better. Go ahead and add some more winglets up here. And what we also need is some life support. So, electric charge. We're good on electric charge. Sort of. We'll just need to not land on the nighttime side of a body for very long. Okay, so we need food. And this one will be full of nitrogen. Perfect. We have plenty of life support. And the name for this craft? Let's see. Selene 3. I'm pretty sure we already have Selene 3. Yep, we already have Selene 3. Which means this, our first moon lander, is Selene 4. And once again, we don't have... Well, we unfortunately do not have time to launch this craft. However, we now have a rocket that is capable, or at least should be capable, of launching a moon landing. So, Thank you all for joining me on this fine, lovely evening. And now, we are going to raid Shovel. So, are you all ready? Just let me pull up all of the right stuff. I think. Okay. But, okay. We will... Alright, we'll try this again. Alright. Because Shovel's a fun, wholesome streamer. I've watched a bit of her Minecraft content. So. Ready to raid, everyone? Let's do this. Okay. Go ahead and... Okay. Raiding Shovel now. Alright, get ready, everyone. Ready to raid in 3, 2, 1, go.